I'm starting to realize that time is probably a property of matter itself, or matter is a property of time. They're like intrinsically linked, these two. I mean, from my perspective, it looks like two, but it's just one. Because think about it, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is, because everything that we have here is made from stuff that's from here. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, everything that we have here is from stuff that's from here. Yeah, all the matter stuff. So basically we've taken matter and reformed it, reshaped it into different things. Yeah, okay, including all the chemicals and stuff. It didn't come from, we didn't go to another world to go and pick some chemical and brew it over here. Yeah, okay. So with that understanding, you realize that everything here is matter made, whether it's God made or God made, because yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, so everything's matter. Okay. So when you talk about thermoplastics and all these other things and, you know, forever chemicals and shit like that, right? It's an illusion. Because even the human mind can't fathom how long it will take for these things to break down. And even if, say, it will take 10,000 years, 50,000 years, let's say it will take 1,000,000 years, let's be generous here. Let's say 1,000,000 years, it will then break down again. Which means that regardless of what happens or what the material is, regardless of the time, it will return back to its original form. Yeah? Which means that time, no matter what it is in time, it will return back to the starting point of the thing itself. Did you see or you didn't see? Okay. Which also confirms that time, no matter how much time is elapsed, yeah, it will revert back to its original point. Because if you have a field or forest, right, and you build a mega city there, yeah, complete with fucking metal this, metal that, all these metal stuff, you know, and all this fucking thermoplastic, whatever material you want to put there, yeah. But let's say it's all going to crumble again, yeah. Let's say the time limit we have on every item there to crumble back, the maximum time allowed will be 1,000,000 years, right? Then that means when we get to 1,000,000 years, we are back at day one, because everything has returned to its original form. So time is an illusion. Time, yeah, and matter are one thing, because matter can only be animated by energy, which is consciousness, God, yeah, the thing that nobody can explain. Yeah, even though I'm not gonna do it today. So without the animation of the matter, time is basically still. Because let's go back to that forest. Let's say we haven't touched it. We no matter how much time passes, it doesn't really matter. We're still at day one and the first second. It doesn't matter how much time has passed, because nothing's actually happening. It's just a lump of matter. Nothing's happening, right? The minute we animate it, then that's when time actually starts ticking, because something is happening. Because when nothing's happening, time and matter are just basically just still. Yeah, so time energizes it, makes it do something. Yeah, makes into a heart, makes into a person, makes into a bird, makes into a fox, whatever it is. Yeah, now time starts to tick, because energy is absorbing an experience through time and matter. When energy is done and energy leaves that framework, that object, that energy animated, is only code anyway. But eventually it will break down back into its original form. Yeah, you leave a fox if a fox is there, you come back after a while, it'll turn back into soil. Yeah, which means it was soil in the first place, matter. Now, if we observe that reality pre the fox and post the fox, the time is the same. It's looped back on itself. So yeah. Time and matter are the same thing. I'm gonna flesh this out, and I'll do this as well. I'm gonna flesh it out a bit more, and I'm gonna write it out. I think it's a very novel concept, novel way of looking at it, but yeah. Anyway, that's what he told me, bruh. I say they because it's not a thing. It's not something you can even quantify, you know. Usually I just get these urges to talk about different things, and sometimes I used to like try and structure it around topics that I wanted to expand on or discuss or whatever, and it just never did it for me, you know. And the minute I just kind of went, all right, cool, you just basically, it's your channel anyway, you do your thing. I'm just going to row the boat, you just steer it wherever direction you're going. And yeah, it's fun. It's actually a really good way of living your life, actually, because you're the matter and the time instrument that God is living through. So just do the time matter thing, yeah, and just allow the energy to flow however it wants to flow. Like, everything truly is for your benefit, because if the thing came to inhabit you, to experience you, it wouldn't have done so to have a negative experience. That's kind of fucked up and kind of stupid, really. Because why would you bother? Why would I bother come here? Like, what's the point then? I might as well stay wherever I'm staying. Why dream this dream? You know? But then again, it's very plausible that it's an unintended dream. That's very, very plausible. That's when it really gets scary. Okay, so you are an unintended dream, and that's why your life is so shit. Okay, let's say that's the case. Unintended. But you've come to the realization that you are not a human being. You know your name, you know your job, you know your title, your consciousness in human form. I've told you 1 million times, yeah? Okay. So you realize who you are now, yeah? But let me speak properly. You are in an unintended dream. Okay, that's great. But you recognize where you are. True? Okay. So if you recognize where you are in an unintended dream, then that means you are lucid in a dream. Even though it's a nightmare, you're lucid in that dream. So being lucid in a dream that is nightmarish, what power do you think you have to change it? Yeah. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to leave this as a Q&A. I want to see who's following. Yeah. So let's expand on this, because here this is like PhD metaphysics, bro. So anyway, the question is, if you find yourself in an unintended dream as consciousness, because I have told you and you know, and I've proved it quadrillion times, yeah? Let's not argue, please. It's early. Now that you find yourself in that dreamscape, that dream bubble, which is nightmarish because this is happening and that's happening and it's so rubbish, we've also established that means that you are lucid in that dream. What powers do you possess, yeah, as consciousness to make the dream go your way? Because ultimately, even if it's a dream you didn't intend to dream, it's still you, consciousness, in that dream. Let's leave it there.